Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. If you don't know what it is, it's 2 projects a week running all the way down, counting down to Christmas. There's 24 in total, and there's less than 2 months till Christmas now. It goes so fast. And oh, there's my phone. And if you are like me, you tend to leave your tag making until the end, because you're all about buying the gifts and making the cards and your decor and stuff, and then you come to the end of it and you go, I need tags and I haven't made it, and you end up buying those horrible cheap ones from the shop that you stick on the parcel and they fall off, and then you've got no idea whose gift is whose. So, ding! I really ought to turn my phone off, but I forgot. So I have got quick tags for you here. I love this stamp set, Add a Little Glitz, and it is designed to sort of, I'm calling it a tag gift set. It works very well with our pizza boxes that I showed you the other week, and it's just gorgeous. It's a red rubber stamp, and I'm using it on black with chalk, with our chalk ink, craft ink, and I'm going to show you how to put the tags together. And the sizing that I've got for the cardstock means that you can get many multiples out of a sheet of cardstock very, very quickly, because I have set it to be 2 by 4 inches, which is 5 by 10 centimetres, which means you're not going to have any leftovers or any wastage. Oh look, that's already 2 inches. What did I say, by 4? Which means that there isn't anything left over, and you can just, you know, get your big sheet of 12 by 12 and just chop, 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 and done. And get all of these bits lined up first. 2 by 4 inches, 5 by 10 centimetres. I did hum and ha over which side. This is the beautiful Merry Little Christmas, which is black, white and old olive. I did think about doing this one, but actually that would mean it would go sideways. So I'm going to go with this one. And just knock it down 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 centimetre. So because my tag is 2 by 4 inches, that means this is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. If you work in metric, your tag is 5 by 10. So you make your DSP layer 4.5 by 9.5. Now, that's my tag done. And again, if you can get X number out of a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, you can get exactly the same number out of a piece of DSP. Gorgeous. Now my stamped panel, this is smaller. It's not equidistant all the way around. It's equidistant on 3 sides, not the 4th, because obviously there is room for trimmage and punchage. Oh, it's so a word. So that's where you bring in your A4 and you use offcuts and you use scraps. I'm obviously just using this bit I trimmed off. So mine needs to be 2.5 inches by 1 1/4, and my 1 1/4 sits just over there. It also sits there. There we go, that's an easier one to do. And if you like to work in metric, 3 by 6.5. Oh, the lighting has changed. It's only lunchtime here right now, but it's a heck of a windy day. Right, our Whisper White craft ink pad now comes as the ink with the refill, and it comes uninked. You used to be able to buy one that was fully inked. It's now uninked, and it makes a stronger colour. So I've got a brand new one. I didn't need a brand new one at the point, at the time that I replaced it. I had to change it because my lovely son decided he was going to work with red ink and not clean the stamp. Bless him. But he made me a beautiful card. So what you do, obviously you can see I've worked with it. You have your bottle, and it's really gloopy. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is gloopy. It's like PVA glue is the only way I can describe it. It's not runny at all. Not even vaguely runny. Grab a knife or a bone folder or whatever it is and smush it into your pad. Obviously I'm just working in the middle. I've got some tissues handy just to wipe that off. And it means that each time you stamp, you get a very nice, crisp, sharp, bright image. And although that looks faded now, that is actually the look that you kind of want to go for, and it does fade down. So I've got my block, it's red rubber, and it goes off up at an angle. So actually it's not hugely essential if you don't get it in a straight line, but it's, you know, we'll go with that. So that's nicely inked up. and I'm going to pop it in the middle. Lush. I want the stars as well, and the stars are here. And oh, that's too narrow a block. Did everybody see my how to choose a block video recently? Always useful to be able to see all the way around your stamp. So I'm just going to pop that so it just goes off. And set that to one side while I do a couple of bits over here. And I'm going to bring in the chalk marker pen in a minute. And I'm going to talk to you about that because that is a lovely thing and I love it. So I want to punch these first. I've got a scallop top punch. And with this one, it will fit in perfectly because obviously I've cut it to 2 inches, which is that width. So you can see it there, 5 centimetres. This one being narrower means that it flops about. So you put it in and position it, and you have to look through the back to make sure that you've got the same gap either side. So that's then on. Where's my adhesive? I put it away. Don't put it down, put it away. Oh, I even closed the lid. And layer this up. Now layer it to line up at the bottom and the edges. Don't worry about your hole at the top at this point because it's mostly covered up. There's a little bit that you can see through, just a tiny little bit. But when you bring in your ribbon, it's going to be absolutely fine. Now, if I bring these in, these are the ones with the black DSP and I went for green. And these are the ones with green DSP and I went for black. So obviously this, having the green, I've got the black. And you just cut off a length and feed it through. Doesn't matter whether you go front to back or back to front. It will still look cute and pretty. She says because she can't get it through. It's a small hole now, but it's enough of a hole. You don't need massive. And you pull both bits through at the same time, and then through your loop you pull and twist if necessary. So actually, yes, this one's the other way around to those, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. I need to shorten those. I did make them a little long. And that should be dry enough now for me to pop on. And this is one of those mass production things. So actually in the same video that I talked about which clear block to choose, I did a tip on how to mass produce. And that's how you do cards and tags very quickly. Now obviously it's black on the back. Oh, I left it on the chalk marker. It's black on the back, but our chalk marker is brilliant. You can see it. It's a bit dull down here, and I will probably lighten up the video after finished filming, but it's brilliant because you can see it. You could also use one of those metallic Sharpies, something like that, but you can also go back over it again and make it brighter. Love my chalk marker. That's pale. I shall run over it again and it brightens it up. I put a kiss there too. So even though I have got black tags, I've got ways to write on them. So I hope you like it. Go and make your tags. Don't be like Sam and leave it to the last minute and have to buy the cheap ones. Go make your tags now. Get them ready and set aside. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope you like these. Hope you find them useful. They are so cute. Oh, look, you can see it better when I bring it up. The lighting is terrible. Where's the ones I wrote on? There we go. Super bright. Bit dull down there. There you go. That's the real light. Oh, I need to sort out these windows. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.